Cash Flow Crew, what's going on? All right, guys, it's been 2 or 3 weeks since I've last posted a video, but just in between that time, a lot has changed. One of the biggest changes for my family that we've had so far, but something that I'm super excited about is something I've been praying about, but just dropped off my son at school and I'm about to head back home now, and I'll let you guys know what the big change is. All right, guys, so the big surprise, wife is finally off of her 9 to 5. And like I said before, this is something that we have been working towards for a long time. And this just completely changes the dynamic. So this is her first day going into the office as a full-time agent, full-time in real estate. So we'll definitely be doing a lot of working together, hoping to get her into some more videos. I mean, we're gonna go full force at it.
It was really good. Like I said, the work don't stop. My last day was Friday. I'm gonna get right back to the work today.
What we'll do today, I mean, we're going in 2 different directions. She's going into the office and I'm going into the field. I'll be recording some of my day. I'll let her record some of her day, and then we'll come back at the end of the day and just kind of talk about just the different things that we've gone through and just what it's like to both be off of that 9 to 5 and just going at this real estate thing full time.
See you guys later. Hey, so I'm early, really early. The receptionist gets in at about 9 this morning, so looks like I'm the first one here. So I'm going inside. I'm going with my follow-up today that I have with a couple of clients, and we'll get to going. I'm gonna come back to you guys later on. At 1 o'clock today, I'll be at MAR, the Association for the Realtors, and I have the training for THDA, which is Tennessee Housing Developmental Authority, for down payment assistance. I'll tell you guys a little bit about that.
All right, guys, it is a slow-ish day right now. Well, not really slow because I'm doing quite a bit as far as my marketing, but just right now, just putting out bandit signs whenever I need to generate some leads. I mean, bandit signs, they work pretty good for me, but the problem with them right now is that it's getting warm, so grass is growing and people are cutting grass down a lot. So like a lot of the vacant stops or the high traffic intersections that I do, you know, they're coming in, either pulling those up or cutting the grass down. So I just try to pick some more strategic spots, like within neighborhoods, places like the entrances and exits of some high traffic gas stations and convenience stores, places like that. But for the most part, I still just try to hit those high traffic areas. But aside from that, guys, got a couple of offers out there right now. One that is in escrow, and we are still working on getting our Mississippi deal closed, me and Ben. So looking forward to getting that one closed. Still excited that wife is out of the 9 to 5. I mean, this is just a different experience. So ready to see how her first day off of the 9 to 5 has gone so far.
For tomorrow, and I'm about to take a 4-hour education course on the THDA, which is Tennessee Developmental Housing Authority, which is a grant program that we offer for first-time home buyers, and helps with down payment assistance, closing costs, things of that nature. So head on in, see what the talk is all about, and we got some more information after class is over. See ya.
All right, guys, so end of day now, end of the work day for both of us. And again, we're both excited because this is wife's first full day as a full-time real estate agent. Didn't have to clock into that 9 to 5. Both of us are just officially in the real estate game full-time. So I mean, it's a really significant day for us. We haven't had the smoothest ride up until now. A little over a year ago, we're dealing with a couple of properties that were rehabbing, bad contractor. Yeah, we were in a lot of debt during that moment where we had pretty much just maxed out everything. Wasn't a lot of money in the bank up until now, to where we have some decent money coming in, decent money put up, full time doing what we want to do. I mean, it's just a significant event for us.
April 12th, just this past Friday, was my last day at FedEx. So I feel good this morning to get up and not punch a clock and just go on into the office. And again, I'm used to getting up pretty early, so I was the first one there. No one was there, so just went on in and got right to work.
I remember my feeling, my first time just having that day out, not being in my 9 to 5, because I came out of the workforce as a teacher. And I mean, that next day where it was like, okay, everything is done and now I'm in it for myself. It was like a relief, but at the same time, it kind of feels like you're in fight or flight mode, because now you don't have that consistent check coming in. If you don't go out and make it happen, then nothing happens. So it is something that pushes you to get to that next level.
It just felt real good. When I said, just took a deep breath, knowing I didn't have to go in, you know, and like I said, punch a clock and be on a schedule type thing. Yeah. So man, it felt real good. It's a good freedom feeling.
It's definitely a good freedom feeling, but at the same time, both of us are expecting of each other. You know, we got to put in more hours now because we are doing it for ourselves. And again, to the YouTube audience, you guys who have just really been following us, thank you guys too, because YouTube has played a major part in both of us being able to just come out. So what we're gonna do, we're just gonna kind of talk about our experience again, just be open with pretty much everything. You know, again, our journey up until this point wasn't easy. A lot of people, I guess when they're doing real estate, you'll see some of these guys doing videos where they just make it seem like it's easy. You're gonna get a check for $10,000 and $20,000, $100,000. You're gonna be able to flip this and nothing's gonna go wrong. But I mean, we're living testimony that that's just not true.
You have to go out there, create your market to pull those prospective buyers and those prospective clients in. You are going to have to work for it. They're not just going to fall to you. They come to you based on your marketing and based on your strategy that you put out there. So you're going to have to do the work. That's just a given.
Yeah, definitely got to do the work. And a lot of times I feel like when I'm watching some of these videos, people don't really talk about the fact that for a lot of this marketing and other things that are just necessary, you're using your own money. So you might have a month or two, especially when you're first getting started, to where you know, you're spending money on marketing, but you don't have any checks coming in yet. So I mean, there's that, and then there's just the whole mental aspect of being on your own. Mentally, it is stressful, especially like I said, when you have those months where just not a lot is going through, or when you've got deals that are falling through. We both experienced that. You know, every deal that you put on a contract or every deal that you try to work, not going to close. I mean, you know, you'll close a good amount of them, staying consistent, but every 100% of the deals, I mean, closing, just unrealistic.
And you can get up to the point of closing and then something just fall through. I mean, anything can happen in this profession. And then with myself being an agent, it's particularly more stressful because I have dues that come every 6 months to a year that I have to keep up with. And you're thinking, you know, as being a realtor, man, this invoice is due next. This part of this is due next. And it makes you work that much harder, all the money that you're putting into it, because you're licensed. You got to go out there and get that deal. You have to go out there, pull those clients in and make the deal work and make it happen.
Yeah, but on the positive note, with both of us being consistent and feeding off each other's energy, we have made a good living so far just on real estate. So there is a positive to it, but it's not something that is easy to do. The concepts are easy. Get real estate, sell it, find clients. That concept is easy, but the actual practice of it, I mean, it takes some work. It takes some strength, some mental strength, endurance. It takes all of that. So, you know, just wanted to really be upfront about that. What I want to do, especially for you guys, whether you're a couple like us or, you know, on your own, however you have, whatever the situation is, for some of you who may be thinking about coming off that 9 to 5 and going into real estate or whatever the profession is that you want to go into for yourself full time, I just wrote down a list of some things that we did that you guys just may want to consider before coming out full time. Just some things that might help you to be prepared for what comes with just being an entrepreneur. The very first thing I would say is just like you put those hours into your full-time job, your 9 to 5, around that, you want to put hours into whatever it is that your goal is, whatever it is that you want your business to be.
Because it's not going to make any sense if you come home from your 9 to 5 and you don't put in the hours for what you really want to do towards your goals.
Right.
It's going to be pointless. So come in after your 9 to 5, you know, have some dedication about it and put in the work.
And even when I was preparing to come out, I had a goal in mind. I said that within a year, I'm going to work hard. I'm going to work these hours to these hours on my own profession, my own goals. And within a year, I've got to have this set amount in order for you to come out. During the week while teaching, I was getting up at like 4 o'clock in the morning.
Or maybe earlier. And
yeah.
Some mornings I wouldn't hear him leave.
Yeah, either like 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning, I was out.
And after his shift, right back into the streets, putting out his signs,
yeah,
working on his marketing, his mail campaign. It's just constant work dedication. Pretty much some nights all working, minimal sleep. Every
break that I got, I was returning calls, sending back emails, just whatever it was I needed to do. And then as soon as it was time for me to clock out, I was gone and I was right back to it, you know, until late in the evening. So Alicia did the same thing, you know, while she was in her 9 to 5. As soon as she got off, she was making calls and doing numbers for me.
Yes, I got 2 15-minute breaks and a lunch break. So you best believe on that first 15-minute break, I'm following up with a lender or a potential buyer. 30 minutes in, I'm working on some contract work on my lunch break. My last 15 minutes, I'm following up with another seller or another client. So it's always work in between work, and then you say when you're on your 9 to 5, man, I don't really have any time. So once you come off, you're going straight to work after work. Yeah. So the work doesn't stop.
Number 2, you want to have a safety net set aside. Before I came out, I had a year's worth, or my salary, I had a year's worth of my salary saved up in the bank just in case anything happened. We would have that money there to take care of any unexpected bills or whatever it might have been. And just like with the real estate deals that we had that fell through, that money came in handy. And if we didn't have that in there, I don't know if we would have made it.
Make sure you have some funds set aside for when you, like you said, for when you get ready to come out. So with me, as you know, we got a pretty good amount sitting in where we're, so if anything, you know, were to happen, we would have, you know, something to kind of fall back on. But I left comfortably, and I left that knowing that we were secure.
Don't think that we didn't plan before both of us decided to come out. The number 3 thing that we did is sacrifice now what you can so you can live like you want to live later. The basic concept is if it's something that you don't really need in your life, you can afford to give it up. It'll save you some money. It'll give you more time to work towards your goals. Then just go ahead and give it up, put it out of your life.
If you're gonna get to success, again, it's gonna involve you cutting out a lot of things, no selfish spending. Yeah. You're gonna have to cut some people out of your life. Everybody's not gonna make it to the top with you.
Yeah.
So with that, it's all about your passion and your progress to make sure that you can get your success.
Especially on the spending point, even as far as, you know, things like the little luxuries that you guys might think like, hey, this is super important to me. The way that I look at it is like, okay, I'm gonna save money on this. So we've got a kind of a funny clip that we did on the video when we sold our house, where Alicia asked me to go to the store and find some toilet paper, and I found the cheapest toilet paper that I could find, and she was asking me, you know, what am I supposed to do with this? And to me, it was just, you know, a good savings on toilet paper. But
dang, I found some cotton nails in the bathroom.
Yeah, even if you don't go that far, I mean, that's just me being extra. But things like going out, a lot of just drinking or clubbing, going to the bar, a lot of that stuff, you know, you just might just have to cut out, save that money. You find out that you save a lot of money when you get rid of a lot of stuff, when you detox off of a lot of things that you maybe feel like you need, but in the long run, you're working towards something better. So, you know, you just go ahead and give that up now. And number 4 was probably the biggest one for us, and that is change your mindset. Just bringing in a bunch of positive inputs and pushing out all the negativity.
Going into business for yourself is definitely going to require the right mindset. Everything changes when you don't have the security of a direct deposit going into your account on a set basis every Friday, every 2 weeks. You really are going to have to set in your mind to get up, get out there and go grind for what you want. But if your mind's not right, if your mind's not ready for it, if you have all these questions about the what if, or I can't do this, or you're going to have to mold and shape your mind to bring the true potential out of yourself to go and get what you want. So having a great mindset and setting the tone for your day is going to be a really, really big part of that.
For us, a part of that process was getting rid of the news, because we realized that, you know, we spent a lot of time just watching the news and worried about a lot of different things that were going on that in the end they just weren't really that important to us. But even for you guys, I mean, that might be something like cutting back on Facebook or cutting back on Instagram. Some of the things that just have started to consume our lives. I mean, just cut back on some of that and then replace it with activities that help you to grow. For us, part of that whole detoxing and reprogramming our mind just came with reading just books. So we've gone through a bunch of books just over the past few months alone. So I'll just share some of them with you. Now, Alicia has read this one. I haven't read it yet, but this comes from our good friend Rico Smith.
Shout out to Rico.
Yeah, Power Moves, a good book about positive thinking.
I really recommend this book, The Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod. This guy lost it all twice and then gained it all back just by a simple morning ritual. It's about 30 minutes to an hour a day every morning before he started. It is really
Blitzscaling, traction, really good one for growing your business to the next level. Getting the money for you all who have been asking about private lenders. I mean, this is a good introduction to that. But as far as just strictly the mindset piece, I would have to go with Power Moves, Miracle Morning, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and can't find my book right now, but Think and Grow Rich. We've got it somewhere in the house, but those books are really good books. Number 5 for us is Change Your Network. When I came out and I no longer wanted to be a teacher, I wanted to be a real estate investor, what I had to do was stop hanging around teachers, and I started hanging around millionaires, guys who were in the field already doing what I wanted to do, and I just started to get that knowledge.
hanging out with my sister-in-law more definitely, who is my broker. They host several different events at, you know, different title companies, different luncheons, and I try to go whenever I had time, especially when I was employed 9 to 5. But now that I'm freed up my time as an agent, I'll be getting to a lot more networking with a lot more realtors and investors.
And for Alicia, she's going into a really good situation because, again, she is coming in under my sister as her mentor, and she is a true veteran in the game. She's been in the game for a long time, doing just amazing things with real estate, as well as a couple of the other agents who are in the firm who have been doing this for a while. She's coming under all of them, so, you know, her network is strong. So, you know, it's one of those things where you're like the what's it say, the sum or the average of the closest people that you hang around. So I mean, that's the situation that she's in right now.
So I'm never without any information, and I can always have questions answered whenever I need.
Right. And number 6, the last thing that I would say is, you know, just go for it. Don't be scared to take that chance. When I started out, within, I want to say, about 2 weeks of just learning how to do all this, I had my business set up, and I started to hit the road running. So didn't know everything, didn't have everything in place, but I did want to start. So you just want to go ahead and start somewhere and make that first move. Don't have any fear.
Stop being so scared. Get up and go see what God got for you.
So we're going to leave it at that. Go for it, especially if you're a couple. Go for it together. Get those goals together and just make it happen. But again, to YouTube family, thank you guys for getting us to this point. We're shooting for 50,000 subscribers. That's around the corner, so definitely looking forward to that. If you haven't done so, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Follow our journey. We've got some major things coming. You'll be seeing Alicia in more videos since she's in full time now. And that's it. Peace.